The whole truth, the first rule of innocence: never, ever light a ciggie. Someone killed Jim Belushi. Keanu Reeves is the dubious defense lawyer, and now anxious mom Renee Zellweger is sending smoke signals. It's hard to know what to think about the whole truth. On one hand, it's a terse legal thriller directed by an Oscar-nominated writer and featuring a clutch of household names. But on the other hand, it's a legal thriller called The Whole Truth. A title so drab that it looks forever destined to languish unmatched on Netflix. Fortunately, a trailer now exists for The Whole Truth. Maybe, just maybe, it'll contain just enough information to help you to decide whether to see it or not. We open on a sweltering courtroom straight out of To Kill a Mockingbird. The defense lawyer? Keanu Reeves. His colleague? Gugu Mbatha-Raw. That oddly familiar woman in the background who looks a bit like what a child would hand you if you asked them to draw you a picture of Renee Zellweger, even though they didn't really know who Renee Zellweger was? Renee Zellweger. And this is her son, the defendant. He's been accused of a terrible, terrible crime. That crime? Stabbing Jim Belushi to death. This, of course, widens the net of suspects from Renee Zellweger's son to anybody who has ever seen the sitcom, according to Jim. However, to be fair, this one does seem like an open and shut case. The son's fingerprints were found all over the knife. Another murderer brought to justice by the great American legal system. But this shot complicates everything. It's Renee Zellweger. And look what she's doing. She's smoking a cigarette, the universal cinematic symbol for classic untrustworthiness. Maybe her kid didn't kill Jim Belushi after all. Then again, I could be misreading this a shot. From looking at it, it seems just as likely that this is an unsanctioned close-up of Renee Zellweger Saddam Hussein-style body double trying to eat a liter cigarette for a dare. Quite frankly, it could easily be either one. Don't let that make you think that Jim Belushi was an innocent victim, though. Here he is committing a violent sexual assault on Zellweger before he died. Perhaps her son saw this, and this was his motive. Or perhaps it's what spurred Zellweger on to start sleeping with Keanu Reeves in order to convince him to stab Jim Belushi to death, then frame her son for the murder, then defend her son so successfully in court that he gets acquitted, which is very obviously how this bloody film is going to end. See? Here's Zellweger gone girling herself with a pumice stone, in order to use the bruises as evidence of Belushi's violence. And this is Renee Zellweger witnessing what definitely has to be Keanu Reeves stabbing Jim Belushi to death on her say-so. She looks thrilled that her plan has come to fruition. Or she looks scared. Or sad. Or angry. Or peckish. Honestly, it's quite hard to tell these days. Here's the trailer's big shot of Keanu Reeves walking into court to attempt to acquit someone else of a murder that he definitely committed, because of course he did, because the trailer has managed to give the entire plot of the story away so carelessly that even a child could figure out how it ends, and this is why nobody will ever watch the actual film on Netflix or anywhere else. Maybe this is why he looks so queasy. The trailer ends with Zellweger's son pushing Reeves against a vending machine. "Hi, did you kill my dad and set me up?" the son growls. "'Cause I thought the trailer wouldn't telegraph the ending of the film this clearly." Reeves stammered. "Of course it would. Why else do you think Daniel Craig dropped out of the role at the last minute?" "It's because he knew that the trailer was going to sabotage the entire movie." "He's smart, Reeves, not like you." "Not like me," Reeves murmurs in agreement.